now for sports with J.R. Jackson.
All right. Old school graphic. I like it. All right, JR, what do we got today?
Greg McMackin, he's the head coach at Hawaii. They had a media day for the WAC conference where they're talking about everything that's going on. And he had some choice words to say about Notre Dame and Charlie Weiss and a dance that his team was doing. A little offensive, I mean, we can go there. There's a little bit of audio of it, actually.
Oh, we do? That's
yeah,
fantastic.
there's a little piece of it. It's kind of hard to hear, so they do show what he says in there. So
all right, there is an offensive word in here,
yes.
So if you'd like to, earmuff and eye-muff the kids.
It's edited.
Okay.
Is clip number 8.
But he could pay a high price for the 6-letter derogatory gay slur that made national news this morning. It was in reference to a kind of cheer performed by Notre Dame football players at the Hawaii Bowl game.
We do something special at Notre Dame, he said, and they get out and they do this little cheer. Like this,
I filled in the blanks. I got it.
Yes. If you didn't figure it out, I'm not going to say it. So it caused controversy. That was in a room full of media guys, and then immediately after he left, he comes back in and he's like, "Can you guys not use that? You guys know I didn't mean anything offensive by that, and I'm not trying." He was trying to hurry up and make sure they didn't say anything. A couple times he came back, apologized real quick to the reporters there, and asked them to not include that. He said, "I'll deny it. Just tell them, don't put that in the reports." So of course, before he leaves the room, it's already been sent to all of their outlets.
Of course. All right, now look, and then we got a second layer apology coming in a second, which is going to be awesome. Now, I don't know why I'm not that outraged by it. Now, of course you shouldn't use that word. Of course it's offensive. No one's in favor of gay rights more than I am. La, 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 la. I got all of that, right? He's a football coach, right? And they say stupid things like that. I mean, I've heard it a million times, and maybe I shouldn't hear it a million times. And I guess what mitigates it for me is that he was so quick to realize that he'd said something stupid, that he came back and apologized for it over and over, right? Does that mitigate it for you, Anna?
Mm-mm.
No, you're not buying this guy.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Now, if you're not buying him after the first apology.
Well, because he also jumped in, he was basically saying I don't mean it like that. I have nothing. I don't see that as a I don't have anything against gay people or anything like that. He went through all those layers in the first part of the apology too, when he immediately found out what was going on.
Right.
So actually, for this, before we get to his second response, he was of course punished by Hawaii. He lost, I think it said 7% of his salary, so he lost $169,000 worth of it because he was making $1.1 million. So it's a salary cut. It's not like just we're taking that much right now. That's a salary cut. He's not making as much money anymore.
Yeah.
And a 30-day suspension as well.
Okay, that's serious, man. All right, now the second apology, and then we'll see if we can get a pardon out of this or not.
I just want to say that I made a big mistake. I want to apologize to everyone and anyone that I offended with my remarks. I'm committed to do whatever I can to use this as a life lesson, to learn from my mistake. When we make mistakes, we have to learn from it and make better people of ourselves. I talked to Charlie at Notre Dame. I wanted to apologize to him and his outstanding football team. I should have never brought Notre Dame's program up in my interview. I'm sorry that I said something so hurtful, and I'm very remorseful. I've offended the gay and lesbian community, and now I want to work with the LGBT community on campus to use this as a teachable moment for me and hopefully others.
Ay. This is painful. There's some irony here, too.
Sorry. I'm very pained and disappointed in myself. And I hope to make up for some of the pain that I've caused others.
All right. Do we have to keep watching
I've made a
this?
mistake. And now I have to show the leadership in dealing with both the football program and building respect for all people in our community.
Oh, let him go. Let him go. What he said in the beginning was definitely wrong, unacceptable. But my God, has this man paid the price. $169,000, 30-day suspension, weeping on national television. Okay, all right, he paid the piper, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Look, one thing that I want to say is I obviously don't think that what he said was right. Right. Mm-hmm. But taking the pay cut and the 30-day suspension, that in and of itself was way too much.
And look, I'm not justifying it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying it should happen, right? But that kind of language gets used on a football field almost every day, 100 times a day, okay? It's not right, but I mean, if this is what we're going to make everybody take a 10% pay cut, look.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and play and give you the other side of it. Yes, because maybe there's way too many guys who are ex-football players that turn into gay bashers, and they always have this mentality. If you learn that a certain way, if you're growing up, they always say that your coach is one of the implement roles of your life, a father figure, all this stuff. For guys who maybe didn't have one or who have one, it's a second father, and they look up to these guys, they learn stuff from them. And if it's like that from your football coach, after you stop playing football, maybe while you're still playing football, you think there's no respect for other people who are nothing like you, and you start beating people and start calling them these names. It's just as derogatory as a lot of these other things that are said.
No. I don't want anybody to get me wrong. I totally agree with JR. My only point is, the guy did the time. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I mean, that was a real apology. Okay, and I mean, he seemed to have felt that one. It appeared to have come from the heart. Maybe he was crying that he lost $169,000. But I mean, JR, that's my question, and I'll do a TYT poll on this, okay? Should we pardon him or should we not pardon him? Did he do enough?
You know what? I don't know. It's wrong to ask me that because I'm not uncomfortable when I see grown-ass men cry like that, and they've done something stupid. You know what? It makes me laugh. Maybe am I that bad guy? Maybe I'm the bad guy. Watching them cry, I could have seen it for another 2 minutes. Okay. And that makes everybody so uncomfortable because do we have to watch this? Yes, I loved watching that. And I'm not totally against this guy.
All right. You're keeping it real.
I don't know.
And by the way, after he said that Notre Dame had done that blank dance, then they went and danced all over his ass because they beat him 49-21 in the game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I mean, this guy got pounded in 18 different ways, right? Anna, are you giving the pardon or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, enough.
I'm really weak when it comes to tears.
Right, so it's strictly on the fact that he cried. If he didn't cry, you wouldn't be pardoning him.
All right, we just only have a couple.
No. The crying definitely added to it, but the apology was heartfelt. A heartfelt apology showing that someone is genuinely sorry is enough to pardon them in my book. He knows what he did wrong. He won't do it again. That's good enough.
All right, and then he added,
"Oh my God, I am totally sorry for that."
And then added,
"I regret it. I'm sorry." You're saying, "I'm sorry. That was just my mistake and my bad. And I'm sorry."
JR, this goes in the lexicon of great apologies, right? In the top 3 of all time now. Have you seen all the TYT videos from today? Check out the Young Turks YouTube channel. Do it already.